Hello, people. I'm Detroit Miracle. Yes, and indeed. Right now, I am here to review the first 3 episodes of Andor Season 2. Apparently, they released 3 episodes to start the series off instead of them only releasing 1 or 2. So when they released 3 episodes and the fans found out about it, there was a bit of enthusiasm. The fans were a little bit more excited. They were like, at least we're getting a lot of Star Wars this week to start it. So I went in setting my expectations minimum for viewing that project. I didn't set my expectations too high, because that brings disappointment if your expectations aren't met. So I watched the first show, the first near hour-long episode of Andor Season 2, and I must say that it had bright spots in it, but the stories didn't seem to go anywhere significantly, or nothing major was set up to happen immediately. Then I watched episode 2, and I must say much of the same was happening. Nothing really big happened or took part. There were no big setups. There were no big reveals. There was no exciting twists and turns. So I said, wow, it's slow. It's slow in picking up, and I've already watched 2 episodes. So then I watched the 3rd episode, and I was saying, wow, so 2 episodes was sort of slow. But I know they're going to pick it up now, because they're not going to have 3 near boring episodes. So I watched the 3rd one, and it was much of the same. Like with the first 3, they introduced the characters, and they jumped back from scenes pertaining to all those characters that they introduced or set up, but there was nothing big in their lives that happened. We did learn more about them because they got enough scenes to show their personality and character traits, I suppose. And during the whole process of the first couple of episodes, I don't want to spoil anything for anybody. People can still go back and watch it, but I have to review this. So I have to give the information out. So if you don't want to know, then turn this video off. Well, the first 2 episodes of Andor shows him being held captive. He was captive for nearly 2 full episodes. Nearly. And so I was thinking, how long are they going to keep Andor captive? And then he was captive, and the people were treating him like a dog. They were talking down on him, like, shut up, don't let me hear you. Somehow he talked his way out of an execution. Yeah, so that's how those episodes went. Nothing major. They introduced the characters. There were some bright spots through the 3 episodes, but nothing really major or significant happened. It was not that overly interesting to keep my mind on the story. I had to focus, and because I wanted to review them, but I'm not, that's why I set my expectations where I did, because I was not disappointed. So I'm going to tune in for the next few episodes or so and see where it goes. And it may pick up over the next few episodes, but I don't have high expectations for it to do that. Okay, folks, thanks for hanging out, and I'd appreciate it if you would give me those likes, comments, and please subscribe to me, Detroit Miracle.